Hello, good people. I'm Chris, and this is your midweek check in. Let me first just say happy anniversary, Miss Bridges. It's Wednesday, it's January the 7th, and it's our anniversary, right? So we have a good day ahead of us, and so all is well, all is well. So, anyway, let's get to it. Wednesdays aren't about new strategies, they're about asking better questions, right? The midweek problem. By midweek, most people are reacting to news, to market movement, emotions, fatigue, and reaction is rarely where good decisions are made. The one question that matters. Here's the question I ask myself midweek. And when I say I ask myself this question midweek, I mean every midweek, right? Every midweek of my life. I'm very focused. I'm very determined at anything else I'm doing in life. And I would like to thank my parents for that. You know, my dad, my mom, they said, whatever you do, give it your best. We don't care if you're a trash can worker. If you work on the back of the trash can truck, dumping the trash into the truck, you be the best trash dumper that there ever was. They were encouraging me to be a trash can worker, but they were encouraging me to do is be the best me that I could be. Make sure whatever I do, my dad always told me, make sure whatever it is I do that I can sign my name to it, that I'm proud to sign my name to it. I don't have to try to switch somebody else's work around with my work. I don't have to step back in the crowd to try to disappear because I don't want it to be known that that was done by my hands, right? And yeah, so I'm gonna move on, but I appreciate my parents for doing that, and so I still practice that in every area of my life, and that's why when I say I'm focused and I'm determined to be the best me that I can be for myself, for my spouse, for my kids. They might not always agree with what I do, but I always want them to know that behind every action is a father who loves them. It's a father who cares for them. It's a father who desires to protect them. And I want them to be proud to say I'm their father and not want them to be able to feel like they want to disown me as their father, you know. So I carry those thoughts in everything that I do. So when I say I ask myself this question. I ask myself this question on a regular basis, and that is, has anything actually changed? Or am I just feeling something? That question alone slows down decisions, filters noise or filters out noise, protects capital, protects peace. If nothing meaningful has changed, neither should your plan. Thought about a good friend of mine. We had a conversation at work today. He just returned to work today, right? He worked all through the end of the year and then took off a couple of days. So anyway, he came back to work and we was talking about protecting your capital, right? I serve as like a mentor to him, and he sees how aggressive I've been in my journey, and so now he's trying to replicate my adversity a notch above me, right? He want to get further than I did my first year, and what have you. And it's a challenge. We challenge one another, and so I appreciate that. And on today, we had a quick conversation about what's going on in the markets this week, and I'm always about making sure you protect your capital, right? So anyway, I move on. In investing, clarity looks like this. Your thesis still works. Your risk hasn't changed. Your position size still makes sense. As I read this, as I share this, I say now someone is thinking, He's sharing some of the same thing over and over. I'm sharing new things, and I'm showing emphasis on some of the old things. Because if you don't get it cemented down in you, then in one of your tomorrows, you're going to make a decision, and you're not going to have that basis cemented down in you, and that decision is not going to work out well for you. But if you always have it stuck in your head, is my thesis still working for me? When you ask yourself, has my risk changed? Has my position size, does my position size still make sense? If your answer is a resounding yes to each of those questions, if those three are intact, there's nothing to do today but continue to enjoy your financial ride, your financial journey, right? And doing nothing on purpose is a skill. Hopefully it's a skill that we all learn. Life application. This applies beyond money. I'm always talking about when I learn something, I apply it to every area of my life. Maybe not the same way, but as best I can, right? Apply the same theory, right? This applies beyond money. Midweek emotions don't require midweek decisions. Sometimes the wisest move is simply to pause, to observe, and to stay disciplined. You know, the military taught me always pay attention to your 360. Observe what's going on around you. My baby girl used to say, Dad, I think that's just being nosy. I say, when you live life long enough, you will see the value of paying attention to what's going on around you. When you pay attention to what's going on around you, you can see things coming to you, right? Life kind of slows down for you because as you're walking along the way, as you're moving along the way in life, you're able to see where things are. You're able to understand how things belong in the place they are. So the things are really at home. So if you see the things around you as at home, when it's out of sorts, it'll stand out to you and you'll know how to maneuver and continue to go about doing whatever it is you're planning to do. But not just go about doing whatever it is you're planning to do, but you want to do it successfully. You want to do it with good success. You want to do it with a good return. Well, the only way you're going to get that good success and that good return, you got to be locked in. You got to be locked in. You got to be about your business. And you got to be focused. Stay on point. Don't let things easily move you just because the wind is blowing, just because it's cold outside, just because the rain came out of nowhere. And it's not the first time it's rained in life. And if you keep living, it won't be the last time it's going to rain in life. So what are you going to do? You're going to keep about what it is you're doing, or you're going to let the rain force you into adjusting your plans and your purpose for that day. I got to close. Wednesdays aren't for rushing. They're for realignment and restraint. Think clearly today and rest, and the rest of the week goes better. If this has helped you slow down and think clearly, please hit that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a midweek pause. Walk in wisdom, my friend.